Another question a potential client may ask is, what are our objectives? What are we trying to accomplish soon? How quickly is this going to end? And what's the ultimate outcome? And the truth is that that changes with every different case. It's going to vary depending on the circumstances and the allegations. But in the beginning, it's important to understand, and let's go back to our scenario we have with the doctor who's been accused of sexual harassment in her lab. It's important to understand that that there are certainly different scenarios, but we're dealing with this on a number of levels. We're dealing with it at the university. We're dealing with potentially fallout from the licensing board, the medical board, and there's at least some potential for criminal charges. So we want to have all of that in mind, and we want to balance certainly the benefits of making certain decisions against the risks of certain fallout. If it's a case where there's a very likely scenario that they're going to be charged criminally, we might deal with the university and the professional disciplinary proceeding differently. If it's a case that's clearly about a sexual harassment on campus and it's very unlikely that there's going to be a criminal allegation or that the licensing board's going to be involved, we're going to manage that case differently than the other. But we never overlook the possibility that we're confronting all three of these or even more. And that doesn't even include the damage to reputation, the fallout within the family, things like that. So we have to establish our goals and approach these cases with all of those things in mind. Anytime someone faces something like this, an allegation of sexual harassment in the lab, and let's just think about it in a number of different layers. First of all, there's the personal. This person may be married and have to go home and explain to her husband that she's been accused of sexual harassment several years earlier. So that's something that on a personal level, this professional's managing. She also has to confront at the more extreme end the possibility that she may be charged with a criminal offense under certain circumstances. And then there's everything in between. A person who's built a reputation on integrity, on character, who's written numerous articles and is nationally regarded. This person's worried about publicity. She's worried about what her colleagues are going to think. She's also immediately, she has to prepare for how she's going to answer these questions. She's at the same time gathering information to try to defend herself. So there are so many things going on so many levels. As an attorney, you want to win every phase of the case. You want to make sure that your client is successful in all aspects of her professional life and personal life. We can't always do that, but we're going to keep all of those things in mind. We're not going to ignore any aspect of a client's objectives, and we're going to do the best we can to help them achieve their goals, understanding that some things may be more important than others as we go through the process.